We're back, but McCown just scored on a long 30-yard scamper. Let's hope this one's working.
You direct your attention down to the field. We have Chauncey versus the Roadrunner.
Yeah, we didn't give you the McCown touchdown because we cut out, but we'll give you the Chauncey versus Roadrunner race. I mean, let's get into this real quick.
A real bird versus a fantasy bird.
Let's see. The hometown versus the Roadrunner.
The hometown crowd is loud.
Doing a good job pumping this up. And oh, Chauncey off to a great start to the 30, to the 20. Chauncey's looking at him. 10, 5, 3, might have Oh my goodness, we need a camera.
Where's the pylon cam?
Yeah, we need the pylon.
We need the pylon cam. It looks like they announced Chauncey as the winner of this race.
There we go. That's what home field advantage gets you. Chauncey set in the mood. And Chauncey's into the tunnel now.
Chauncey hopefully getting the team fired up, give this crowd something to cheer for. Get the energy back up for the Chauncey as they get ready to receive the kickoff.
It's Trey Taylor will look to return this.
And most importantly, hopefully our software doesn't crash again.
Yeah. Hopefully our software does not crash.
Hopefully we're good for at least the rest of the half.
Yeah.
Listen, if we could do this, so could technology.
Abdallah will let me know if it goes down again, but
we'll start doing a Morse code if we have to.
The sun is now back here, so hopefully if it was the weather and the cold bothering the computer, it fixes everything, but we'll see.
We'll use smoke signals.
Sandell, the kick. Another swim kick, low line drive, done a dribble. Does not go out of bounds. Taylor picks it up at the 5, and he has a mass of UTSA players around him, and he gets brought down at the 7 as he was trying to run diagonal.
UTSA gesturing to the majority hometown crowd over there in the end zone. Usually the student section for, the students here at Coastal, filled to the brim almost with Coastal fans.
It is not looking good here right now for Coastal. All the momentum comes on UTSA's side after back-to-back touchdown drives. Then a swib kick that pins them deep. Let me see.
No, Coastal needs to think they need to do something here. They need to get the momentum back. It is all in favor of UTSA right now.
Here we go. Hudson takes the snap, and Bennett trips in the backfield, but still able to find some space. Gets 2 yards, 2nd and 8 it will be.
Well, that's great. Not only do we have to face UTSA, but also the Turf Monster. Almost grabbed Bennett there.
Yeah, you should know about where the Turf Monsters are on your home field, you would think, right?
You would think, right. Yeah. Absolutely. Coastal bringing in an extra tight end.
Myrtle with the stop.
Hudson will be in shotgun again with Bennett to his right. Gonna take the snap, gonna hand this one up the middle to Bennett, and a huge swarm of UTSA. They know what's coming, it seems like. Another gain of 2 for Bennett, making it 3rd and 6 now.
I'll tell you what, the offensive line has a lot of fight in them right now. They're just throwing UTSA players around.
This is kind of reminding me of the Matt Canada Steelers offense right now. Everyone knows what's coming, it feels like. 3rd and 6 though, 3rd and 7 from the 11. Got it. 2. 17. As Hudson's in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers spread out wide, takes the snap, looking downfield. He might take off himself. He tries making a move on the linebacker, but he does not fool anyone as he is brought down after a gain of 1. Great play right there by Brevin Randall.
The biggest thing there is that he hesitated. If he had tucked, he kept looking downfield. I hear you're trying to find your read, you're trying to find a way out, but at some point you gotta just commit to tucking and run. He was so far up in the pocket, he was almost in the line of scrimmage by the time he decided he wanted to tuck and run.
And that puts Seba Fundy back onto the field. This is his 5th punt already of the day.
Seems like it. You're not having a great game when it seems like when you have more punt yards than you do offensive yards.
And never good as Chris Carpenter receives the punt, looking to make something happen as he avoids the first 2 tacklers. Then is brought down for return about 3.
You also can't expect to win a game when you have more pass yards than you do pass yards.
Yeah, that's never gonna win those games.
Absolutely not.
24 pass yards Coastal has so far to UTSA's 120. Just getting outplayed in all assets of the game right now. But there is a TV timeout, so we will head to break. You're listening to WCCU SN. Well, welcome back, everyone, to WCCU SN's broadcast of the Myrtle Beach Bowl. 14-0 UTSA ball on their own 43-yard line with 8:16 left in the first half. And McCown has had a pretty solid first half in this one.
Quick rundown of UTSA's offense. 120 pass yards, 82 rush yards, and 8 first downs.
They're keeping drives moving so far. And McCown takes the snap, gonna hand off to his running back up the middle, who's got a big hole and takes it for probably 20 yards right there, up to Coastal's 43, just flipped their position on the field.
And that's exactly what I said Coastal needs to focus on is buttoning up the run. They've been terrible at buttoning up the run all season, whether it's a running back, quarterback, wide receiver. You could probably put the defensive lineman there and he'd get 10, 20 yards.
There's Bryson Donald. And now the receiver's going to take the jet sweep up the sideline. Gets pushed out at the 20. That's Amador.
Oh, you can't do that.
And he sold it a little bit, too. He took the fall. His Coastal's tempers are flaring. That was number 0, Juan Powell.
Okay, all right. And you need him out there. If this leads to an ejection, you need him out there. With such a depleted secondary, you can't do that. No, here's the thing, though. You can't do that. You're a graduate student. You know the game by now. That is just careless action there by Juan Powell, especially in the position right now where Coastal, you're already down 14-0. You can't really get anything going. You just had to give up a big run. You can't be doing stuff like that.
Yep.
And now he's got to be really careful because that's his first in sports leg of the game.
moves UTSA up to Coastal's 10-yard line, or 11. And they'll try to punch it in for the third straight drive. Coastal's defense, the first quarter, played great. Right now, UTSA seems to have figured them out. As McCown in the shotgun, gonna take the snap, hands the ball up the middle to Donald, who's gonna get brought down at the 6 for a 5-yard gain.
Chanticleer loses their lid on that, just a boom of a run.
Loose helmets. That's A.J. Williams, who will have to leave the field now.
One play for Williams, another graduate student, safety. Like you're saying, you're a graduate student. This is probably your last game.
And McCown takes the snap, fakes to his running back, finds his tight end in the flat for a walk-in touchdown. That was easy.
Where's the button?
That was Patrick Overmeyer with the touchdown reception.
Patrick Overmeyer, he's a 6'5" redshirt freshman.
We're digging deep into the player sheets here with all the backups that are in.
They're getting to the point where UTSA may start tossing around the idea of putting the second stringers in, put some true freshmen in there.
Absolutely. If it continues at this rate, 21-0 now with 7:12 on the clock left in the second quarter. Kick is up. Good.
Good catch by the fans back there. They've decided they think it's worth putting the net up. They'll just let the people throw it back.
Sandell now 3 for 3 on extra points.
It's getting a little dire for Coastal. They've made it no secret of how they're going to try and run the offense through Braden Bennett. We talked about that earlier. You're going to have to start mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to have to see Hudson do something here.
Air it out. Do a little bit of dink and dunk. Some more screens. See if you can break one free. Something to get the offense going. Something to get Hudson some confidence.
I wouldn't even be too mad about some trickery on the kickoff return.
If it were me, I would scheme some short passes, no more than 3 yards. Get Hudson into a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe mix some RPO. Definitely rely on your running back.
Yeah, I've definitely not seen that RPO game we're used to this year as Coastal fans.
No, Coastal loves to run the RPO, so I'm shocked that I don't think we've seen one RPO play yet today.
Yeah, I can only think of maybe one, the batted pass at the line, but besides that, it's not really in the playbook, it seems like, as the kick is up, and Trey Taylor will be able to return this one again as Trey takes it at the 5, now up to the 20, and he's swarmed again by UTSA and brought down. And here comes the penalty. This one's going to be on UTSA, though, as the chippiness continues between these two teams. Who would have thought these two teams would be so chippy today?
They're battling to see who's top bird.
That is on unsportsmanlike conduct on Marcellus Wilkerson.
Even so, I'm going to give it the same spiel I just gave for Juan Powell. You can't be doing that. I know you're up 21-0. You think you can. Oh, we'll show off a little bit. We're gonna jaw off. We're gonna play a little more loose, play a little less disciplined. But no, you're up 21-0. You don't want to put yourself in a position to where now Coastal's in a good spot where they can get some offense going.
Hudson in the gun with 2 running backs. Triple option again. Hudson's going to keep it himself. Only gets 2 yards. They really love this triple option with Tad.
Hudson carries.
I mean, like I said before, going back to basics, Coastal Carolina known to be a triple option school. They ran it a lot with Grayson McCall. I like the triple option, but I don't like it used frequently. I don't like it used frequently. I don't like run plays frequently. I like pass plays. I like nice big offense.
Well, we might see one here as Coastal's in the spread. Hudson takes the snap, looking for a receiver out wide. Gets him on the quick little curl route. That was a nice 3-4 yard gain right there for Seneca McKee.
And just as I was saying, get those little short passes, little curl routes, little drag routes, just to get your QB into a rhythm here. I'm gonna be surprised if this would be a good time to pull out the RPO. Short yardage situation, get them to think, get the defensive backs on their heels.
It's return spread again, one running back with Tad in the backfield, and there is a penalty
Oh, they're
out
gonna
before the snap.
Are they gonna call neutral zone?
Yeah, I think they're gonna neutral zone this. I would have liked to see the play be able to be played out. Oh no, false start
Wow.
on Coastal. And that pushes it to 3rd and 9 instead of 3rd and 4.
And with that 5-yard penalty, now the Coastal's penalty yards are the same as their rush yards. So now they have the same amount of penalty yards as they do rush yards, and more penalty yards than they do pass yards.
Yeah, it is ugly right now for Coastal's offense. Can't really string anything together. Hudson in the shotgun, gonna take the snap. A lot of pressure by that UTSA front. He's able to get to the right and finds Tucker for a first down. That might be the boost they needed. To the 49.
Absolutely, like you said, that should be a great infusion of confidence into Tad Hudson, knowing that he could complete a little pass over the middle there. That's very similar to the pass we saw very early in the game that he threw to, I believe, was Coleman. It was Duplessis. Coleman is currently in the portal, and I like to see that from Hudson. Pocket collapsing, rolled out, found the open man.
Hudson takes the snap, fades to Bennett, looking downfield once again. He got his man Tucker once again on the sideline, and that is ruled a catch up to the 30-yard line. Hudson starting to string some passes together here.
And there you go. Now you're starting to get your QB into a rhythm. Now he's getting some more confidence. He's like, okay, you know, I could trust my reads. I could trust what I'm seeing on the field. Let me throw a little. Let me let it go. Let it fly a little bit. You know.
Yeah, you've done this your whole life, Tad.
And this is where you slow it down. Now you give it to Bennett. You see what he can do. See how many yards he can get you. I'd say pull out the RPO here. Oh, we got a timeout.
We got a timeout here. Well, they are reviewing if Tucker got his feet down here. It looks to me pretty clear, but maybe he lost possession of the ball. I'd love to see the replay, but
unfortunately, they will not show it on the Jumbotron.
No
They never do.
Jumbotron love right now. That usually doesn't give me much hope, though, for Coastal if they're not showing it on the Jumbotron.
I kind of get that. You're trying to cut down on the abuse thrown at the referees and stuff, and you know, sometimes you feel like the crowd will sway the decision.
Yeah, but that's what home field advantage is for.
No, absolutely. I 100% understand that argument as well, but I also understand the argument that maybe we shouldn't show that type of stuff on the Jumbotron. Yeah. We don't want the fans to start booing or start like advocating for the play to be overturned or to be upheld.
Yeah.
Definitely taking a good look at this one.
They are. I would have thought this would be a relatively fast review process here because I thought it was just watching from up here. I know I'm not on the field and we're kind of blocked by UTSA's sideline, but it looks pretty clear and caught to me. But
it did look pretty concise that he did come down at least with 1 foot in bounds.
Yeah, as he was working the sideline at the end.
The longer they look at it, if you're a football fan, the longer the referee looks at a play, the more nervous you get. Like, what are they seeing?
The headset's off and the decision has been made. And it is a catch. Tucker trying to kickstart this offense. Coastal now on UTSA's 30-yard line, trying to finally respond to UTSA's 3 straight scoring drives.
Look at that. After all that, stays the same. This is a great opportunity here for Coastal Carolina to finally at least see some of the momentum back. All of it right now is just pushing for UTSA after those 3 unanswered scores by the Roadrunners. However, now Coastal's knocking on the doorstep of the red zone and eventually knocking on the door of the end zone if they can play this right.
Yeah, and Tad Hudson in the shotgun again. Bennett to his right. 2 receivers split out wide to the right. He's going to hand this off up the middle to Bennett, who meets UTSA defender in the hole and is brought down after a gain of 3. Not a lot of running room right now for Braden Bennett.
It's been hit or miss all game for Bennett. He's gashed them a little bit, but they've stood tall on most of the run place for Coastal Carolina.
I think they're really selling out against Coastal's run game. They're gonna make Coastal prove they can beat them in any other way possible. Tad Hudson's in the shotgun again with Bennett to his right. Gonna fake the handoff to Bennett, looking downfield. We find this tight end Barone over the middle, who gets knocked down after a gain of 3.
Hudson's pass complete.
Taking little bites out of this distance.
That's
Third and short.
It's a good decision right there from Hudson. The other receivers were pretty locked up down the field. Takes his short route to his tight end.
Now you should run the RPO here. Now here's the thing: is that you have some great field position. You got yourselves into a good spot. You don't want to waste it. You're like I said, you're knocking on the door of the red zone. You're 3 yards out from the red zone.
And a first down.
And a first
3.
down.
Power formation here for Coastal as he takes the snap, hands off to Bennett, and that's gonna move the change. At least he gets to the 20, it looks like.
Yep, they're waving him on.
There it is, 1st and 10 now at UTSA's 20-yard line. Braden Bennett doing a great job weaving in and out of that hole.
Coastal Carolina in the red zone for the first time today.
Coastal Carolina.
Hudson will be in shotgun again with Bennett to his right. 3 receivers split out wide here. Gonna take the snap, hand it off to Bennett, who bounces out wide to the right and brought down after a 5-yard gain right there. One of the longer runs we've seen from Bennett so far.
Now, if you watch Coastal football, you're gonna know that the closer they get to that red zone, or the end zone, the more and more possibility you're gonna see the RPO. They love to run it in red zone situations. They love to run out the tight ends, to get a lot of jumbo sets, get big bodies on smaller bodies, cause some mismatches, maybe beat them over the top.
Yeah, wouldn't be too shocked as Hudson takes the snap, fakes to Bennett, and there was the RPO, and he hit the defender right in the chest, but it looks like some hand fighting downfield, and the flag comes out.
I think we're looking at PI on UTSA or a hold in the secondary. I saw the line judge down there. He already indicated it's going to be PI on the defense.
Yeah, that's Cyrus Dumas that it's going to be called on.
Now UTSA, since they've been selling out on the run so much, and because they thought Hudson couldn't pass it, now they're trying to readjust to, okay, he can pass it. He has passed it. Now we need to start focusing on actually mixing it up and dropping guys back and leaving guys in the box and this, that, and this and that. Their game plan might be a little bit fractured at this point.
That is a great point. But it is the 2-minute warning, and we will head to break. We will see if Coastal can capitalize after the break. You're listening to WCCU SN. Welcome back into WCCU-SN, Coastal Carolina Student-Run Sports Network. Coastal, coming out of this 2-minute warning, is when it looks like the 7-yard line of UTSA's. Could be wrong, though. Maybe the 5.
Board's been wrong before.
Hudson takes the snap. Nope. Everyone moved but the center. It's
Oh,
a false start on everyone but the center here.
please give us that call. Yeah! Let's go. Let's go.
There we go.
Everyone but the center call.
Loving everyone but the center call.
Gotta love it. I got a little excited about that one. I'm sorry. Well, it's a very exciting call. It is. It happens. It's few and far between. You can't help but smile. Even Tim Beck smiled a little bit about that one.
The most exciting thing that's happened to Coastal so far this game, probably.
Yeah.
As Hudson's in shotgun power formation, gonna fade to his first running back, pitches it out wide to Bennett, got blocking, no. Cut down at the 10. As the wind picks back up here, as you can probably hear through the mics.
Bad news, wind picking back up. Good news, the sun is finally moving in front of us.
Yes, thank the Lord.
We now get to enjoy some of the warmth. I feel like a turtle on a little rock.
I think we got a timeout from UTSA. Quick little 30-seconder. So 2nd and 10 now. What would you like to see on this 2nd and goal from the 10?
RPO, run a tight end out to the flat and see if he's open.
I like it. I like it.
I'd like to see an empty set, have Bennett run a little nice little 5-yard drag route, see if he can get in some space and just run it in, just trot it in the end zone.
Now let's see if our offensive coordinator listened to you two. Any of you two.
Well done. I definitely don't think our offensive coordinator is also our head coach. I definitely don't think this is a running situation here.
No. Hudson.
Let's see what
Shotgun.
head coach / offensive coordinator Tim Beck cooks up here.
We got Tucker and Duplessis to the left as Tucker goes in motion. Hudson takes the snap. Timeout from Tim Beck, it looks like.
Interesting.
He did not like the play call he had against
had
the defense.
He had Hudson bump out, so turn to Wildcat. Then he put Tucker in motion. Triple option, but with a triple option jet sweep. Huh? A triple option sweep. Triple option. Yeah.
Something like that. It looks like it was about to be. Might have been one of those play action to the flats to Tucker, but
Option play with Tad Hudson being the option.
it'll be interesting to see what Tim Beck now draws up after he didn't like that play against that defensive formation.
Which is unfortunate because I kind of liked it. I thought it had some potential.
And now we're fully spread out wide here. And Hudson shotgun, Bennett to his right. Bennett goes in motion now to the left. This is a QB draw as Hudson takes it himself up the middle, gets hit relatively hard and brought down at the 6.
Hudson on the quarterback keeper.
Right, 3rd and 6 now, 3rd and goal.
Seems to be okay after that one, after hitting his back of his head off the turf.
UTSA now using another one of their timeouts, trying to get the ball back with some time left on this clock. 1:47 left.
It's not outrageous to say that UTSA is in that territory to where they could get the ball back and get a little 2-for-1 here, because they do get the ball back after halftime. Coastal receiving after winning the coin toss at the top of the game.
Yeah, that's it's always what the coaches want to see. If you're the opposing team, that's worst case scenario, but Coastal will try to get a 2-for-1 before halftime, maybe. If they can force a quick 3 and out and score here, might be able to sneak in another field goal before halftime.
Perhaps, but if you're Coastal Carolina, you don't want to settle for a field goal here.
No, not at all.
We were discussing at the break is this 4-down territory, and I think it is. I think so. I think if you're Coastal, you're already close enough. You're down 3 scores.
You're missing half your starting lineup. Hudson, shotgun, gonna hand it off to Bennett up the middle and swarmed instantly. He gets 2, maybe 3.
Bennett up the middle.
Well, let's see if Tim Beck agrees that this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, it's 4th and goal from the 3.
Looks like the kicker is drifting out onto the field.
And the fact that UTSA has no more timeouts left in this half now, after they just called the third. If you don't get it here, they're pinned back on their forward. What are they going to do? Probably run 3 times. They're not going to take a risk and throw the ball on their 4-yard line, maybe get safety.
And yeah, Coastal can, if they go for it, get the ball back. Potentially.
If they have
And
2 timeouts left in the offense, is trotting back onto the field for Coastal Carolina.
looks like Tim Beck agrees that, yeah, let's try and go for it here. Now, see, they're on the 4. Let's see if they try. Let's see if they might get UTSA to jump here. Even though they're not going to get a first down out of it, push them a little bit closer. Then jumbo set right up the middle.
Now,
Coastal has 2 timeouts to burn, so I wouldn't.
we're going Wildcat. Coastal is Bennett's in the shotgun. Hudson spread out wide. Bennett takes the snap, rolling to his right. Now gonna try to sneak it in up the field, and it looks like it was a designed pass play for Bennett, and he tried to just do what he can with his legs at the end there. And it's a turnover on downs.
If you're a Coastal fan, you're not mad about that because, like as you mentioned, Caleb, we're already down. You're already down 3 scores. You got to get something going. You're down deep into the red zone. Knocking on the doorstep of a touchdown. Just could not capitalize on that drive right there.
Yeah, unfortunate. Got away from the pass game late into that drive. I know it's a little harder when the field shrinks, but would have liked seeing one of those RPOs that you mentioned earlier down.
Yeah, that was a little. They got a little too cute on the play design. And now for UTSA, you're very emboldened by the red zone defense that was just shown there by your team for the first time today as well.
Now McCown in the shotgun takes the snap. He's looking down the field for his tight end who drops it. Intended target was Houston Thomas. Bricks it off his hands. It is harder catching when it's cold out. I will give him that.
Yeah, that ball hits your
ball
hand. It
hurts.
stings.
Yeah, it hurts catching in this weather.
Now let's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Even with gloves on, you still feel the sting. Now Coastal, 2nd and 10, still 2 timeouts. They could get the ball back here.
McCown shotgun here. He's going to hand it off to High up the middle, who bounces it out wide to the left, and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cut down at about the 11-yard line, making this 3rd and 4 now. Coastal still hasn't used the timeout.
I don't like this. If I'm back, I would use the timeout directly after the tackle.
Count.
Because it's 3rd and 10, or 4 rather. 3rd and 4. You can get the ball back before the half.
UTSA seeming to run a hurry up and gets the jump. McCown does, and he's going to take a shot down the sideline and has his man there also on the reception, Devin McCoon.
Most likely going to decline the penalty here. No, it was a complete pass.
Coastal just not playing smart right now today. A great play right there by McCown. Realizes he gets the jump, takes a shot down the sideline to McCoon, who's able to make the catch at the 28-yard line.
Now you just, after half, you just got to see what Coastal's made of. They've typically been a second half team. You usually know what you're getting within the first couple minutes of the second half. Right now you should focus on keeping UTSA out of your side of the 50.
McCown takes a snap and a blitz, and he finds his receiver on a drag route, but brought down instantly on the reception was McCoon. But the ball came out also, and Coastal saying they have it, but the ref is marking him down. They're saying forward progress was stopped. Interesting. It seems like.
He might have been down either way.
Yeah.
It looks like the ball might have came out after he hit the ground.
That was a 1-yard gain. McCown takes the snap, and the hurry up finds his receiver, Amador, on the sideline. Steps out around the 38-yard line, 37.
Might have been smart UTSA running the hurry up because that was very close to being a
It was
fumble.
very close after they showed the replay on the scoreboard. 25 seconds left. 3rd and 1 from UTSA's own 37-yard line. Gonna try to make anything happen here. Maybe get another field goal.
I'm saying you just got to keep UTSA out of your side of the 50. Don't let them get any more points here.
McCown, the shotgun. 4 receivers spread out wide. Takes the snap. Gonna find his tight end, Houston, underneath.
And I think that'll bring us close to halftime.
Advance complete. Caught by Thomas.
They're gonna spike it. Making it 2nd and 10.
Forgot
18 seconds left. Yeah, clock stops.
forgot first downs in college. Stop the clock.
Yeah, that's a nice rule for them to be able in this 2-minute drill.
2nd down and 10 from the 42.
That's why if you're coastal, you just can't allow anything past the sticks.
No.
But you also can't allow anything deep. It's a tough situation here in college in the 2-minute drill, I feel like.
Could basically boil down to just keep everything in front of you.
Yeah. McCown, shotgun again. Takes the snap. Looking downfield. He got his receiver once again. And this time they won't get past the sticks, and this might bring us to an end of the half. Chris Carpenter on that reception to the 50-yard line. 3rd and 2. They're going to get the playoff. They'll have one shot. Never mind. As the refs just blew that dead before.
Might be heading to halftime here.
Damn. Guess the clock they had might have been different from the clock on the scoreboard, but it seemed like McCown got the playoff with 1 second left.
Clock reads triple zeros on the board here. They might run an untimed down.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
They're having a lengthy conversation about it down there on the field.
Yeah, and Coastal's dropping all the way back for the Hail Mary now. So I'm assuming they're going to allow UTSA to have one more play.
Hoping an explanation here soon. Maybe an air whistle from a referee. Yep.
Oh, well.
They just said inadvertent whistle.
The UTSA fans aren't happy about this, as that stopped them from throwing a Hail Mary when Coastal really wasn't prepared. The snap goes instantly and finds his receiver quick on a slant, but gets brought down. That was Amador on the reception, and that will send us to halftime. Coastal being shut out here on their home field by UTSA. The score is 21-0. We'll be back in 20 minutes after halftime. You're listening to WCCU SN.
Welcome back to the Myrtle Beach Bowl here in Conway, South Carolina. Coastal kicking off to UTSA to start off the half here. Coastal down 21-0. What are you looking for from the Shots this half? Less of what we saw in the first half. We got to capitalize more on our opportunities. They Coastal really let it go by the wayside down there in the red zone. Knocked on the door at the 4-yard line. Get a little too cute. Kind of got to go back to basics. Get yourself back into a rhythm. Get Hudson into a rhythm again, and just kind of tighten up that run defense. No, I couldn't agree more. Coastal was a little bit got a little bit cute down there in the red zone on that last play, and really just kind of squandered that opportunity to put some points on the board for halftime. That's over now, as this is a big run by UTSA.
My bad.
Nice of you to join us.
Yeah.
And that's just, like I said, like I just told you, that we need to button up the run, and that right there is a reason why is first play of the game, let them gash us for another good, like, 13-yard gain. Cole couldn't get enough of that good food they had up at the media booth during halftime in the press area.
That's
some good stuff.
This McCown hands it off to High again, and there's a big hole outside, and he's taking this up to the 35-yard line of Coastal now. That run game is really coming to bite us now.
Two big run plays back-to-back for UTSA, and Coastal just seems to come out of the half completely flat.
It's not looking too good right now.
Absolutely not. Things are looking a little bit grim for the Shots right now. UTSA driving already on the Coastal half of the 50.
We're too busy thinking about Christmas in 2 days, it seems like. It's McCown, shotgun here. Two receivers spread out wide. He's going to hand this off to Down, and this is actually a wild flea flicker play, and now he got his tight end down the sideline and broken up right there by number 12. That is Avon Jones.
That was a good play call. I did like the play call. Some trickery there. Fortunately, couldn't come up with that.
It dove deep into the playbook with the running back going out wide, pitching it to a receiver, pitch back to McCown.
Well, when you're up 21 points and driving, you can kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can see what works. McCown takes the snap, hands off to his running back up the middle, who's just met instantly by a couple Coastal defenders.
Much like earlier in the game when we saw that pass by Duplessis down to Bennett, that's a play that they're probably going to keep in the back pocket. It almost worked for them. The DB was able to get there just in time to break up the ball at the last minute from the tight end there.
Yeah, that was Donald on the previous play with the run for about 2 yards. 3rd and 8, though, for UTSA. Empty backfield with McCown in the shotgun. Nice 3 wide receiver bunch over there to the right. High's now in motion. As McCown takes the snap, looks for a High, now finds his tight end on a screen pass, and he's going to break off one tackler, spin, and gets knocked down past the first down markers at the 24.
That little effort there, just the little spin move was enough to get him just over that line to gain.
That was Dan Dishman, I believe.
A nasty little spin move down there. That was number 18, David Amador II.
Amador. And High now on this carry. He's going to get tripped up after about 2. I wouldn't be surprised if UTSA just starts trying to slowly whittle this clock away. I know it's still early in the second half, just started, but when you got that 21-point lead, you're trying to make Coastal have as little time on the clock as possible. It's McCown in the pistol formation, going to take the snap, fakes the handoff to High, rolling out to his left, dishes it down low to his tight end, who gets knocked out of bounds about instantly. On the reception right there was Patrick Obermeyer.
As you both were saying, is like you mentioned, whittling down the clock is basically when you see that the defense is basically allowing you to do whatever you want, you can get into that territory of starting to be like, hey, let's kind of actually do some clock management here to milk the clock a little bit, potentially give them less and less time overall in the second half to possess the ball and maybe make a comeback here.
Says it's 3rd and 6 for UTSA on Coastal's 20-yard line. Got to get to the 14. McCown in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking downfield, he got Overmeyer down the seam, and it hits off his hands and into the ground.
Say the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. You gotta catch that. It hits you right in the hands. That was an easy walk-in touchdown there.
Yeah.
He holds on to that. It hits you right square in the hands, and you just throw it to the ground. He already thought he caught the ball.
Yeah, might be a break Coastal needs to get them back into this game.
And there was no contact until he dropped that. You are a very tall target, very sure hands, just not that sure. I'll talk about a break. Let's see if UTSA can miss here. Maybe a Coastal a good break.
Sandel's kick is up, and that one is drilled. He has been perfect today.
Feels good. 11 minutes and 13 seconds.
24-0 now with 11:13 on the clock. We're going to head to a break. Coastal will look to put their first points on the board on their next drive. You're listening to WCCU SN, Coastal Carolina's student-run sports network. Welcome back into WCCU SN.
Someone's not up.
What?
No, he's good. Oh, there we go. It just wasn't. Nothing was coming through.
Oh, Coastal Carolina's student-run sports network. As UTSA just added a field goal to their lead, making it 24-0. And Trey Taylor will try to return this punt from Tate Sandell. The weather has definitely nicened up as we were talking over the break. I ain't shivering anymore.
I can feel my toes again.
Sandell is going to boom this one away and into the end zone for a touchback. Now Hudson will look to make something happen for this Coastal Carolina offense. A good last drive before halftime, just couldn't finish it off.
Even the Chanticleers, you can't help but feel like you're on the ropes. 24 unanswered points. UTSA comes out of the half. Even though it wasn't a touchdown, they still scored right out of the half. That's got to take some wind out of the sails that you potentially had coming out of halftime. After Coach gives that speech to kind of pump you back up, be like, hey, we're still in this. It's only 3 scores. Now you're down 24-0 as opposed to 21-0.
Time to lock in. This is the time legends are made as Hudson hands this off up the middle to Bennett, and that's a 5-yard run One of the better runs today.
Brayton Bennett carries up the middle.
Now let's see, because that UTSA defense has been pretty solid throughout the entire game. But let's see if going to halftime they over-adjust. They're starting to get a little shaky in the pass game.
Hudson in the shotgun, gonna take the snap. Looking downfield. And he's gonna be brought down by you.
And a
That
little
is
boogie after that.
Number 2. That is Brandon Brown, second sack of the game. Brown's dominating.
6'2", 320-pound senior. Getting a little boogie after that.
They're getting jiggy with it. And now it's 3rd and 13, 3rd and forever.
The Roadrunners really feeling themselves out here. And Tad Hudson